Everyone, so today we are going to take the first look at DALL-E 3. And I know you're wondering why are we on Bing, because DALL-E 3 is actually public on Bing Image Create. We're still waiting for it to go live on OpenAI, so let's go ahead and check it out on Bing. So the first step is to go to bing.com. From there, all you have to do is click on Images. Once you're in the image section, all you have to do is click on Create. And that will take you to the Microsoft Bing Image Creator. I'll also put the direct link in the description so that you can go straight to it. So how do we know that DALL-E 3 is now available on Microsoft Bing? I know it says powered by DALL-E, but it doesn't say 3, right? Well, the easiest way to test this out is that it can write text. So that's pretty much the telltale sign of letting us know that they're using the updated version. So let's just go ahead and do a quick prompt. Let's type out a laptop with a screensaver that says DALL-E 3 is here. Before I even click create, I do want to mention one thing. Now, when I first made my video about DALL-E 3, one of my biggest concerns is that in the preview, I think that they only put the best images. I don't know if this text is going to be completely accurate the way that they're making it seem on the OpenAI website, or is it going to be more like ideogram? And by the way, I'm going to test that next. I'm curious to see how it's going to turn out, if all the text is going to be perfect, or if it's going to be like my prediction and that the text is not always going to be accurate. Then I just noticed I put an extra L. So let's go ahead and fix that so it's not like user error. So let's go ahead and click create. And this usually takes about maybe 10 to 15 seconds. It usually doesn't take too long. All right, so let's go ahead and take a quick look. And yes, I do see some issues already. All right, so this looks pretty cool. They have Wall-E. It's kind of funny because it's DALL-E and they put Wall-E. That's kind of funny. All right, the text is pretty good on here. No, the text is not good on this one. This is all right. For the most part, the text is okay. Let's go ahead and do it one more time. I want to see if my prediction is accurate. I don't think the text is going to be perfect every time, but it will have maybe a higher level of accuracy. So this is the first result. It's a bit better than I expected. It did add a random period, but it does look pretty good. All right, another one that's pretty accurate. Okay. All right, it added an equal sign instead. It kind of created kind of like a movie poster kind of look. Looks pretty cool. All right, so I would say at least. So I would say so far is doing a pretty good job. All right, now I'm going to go through the images pretty quickly. So let's go ahead and get started. The next prompt says one Android holding two signs saying ideogram versus DALL-E 3, which is going to be my next video. And then of course the text is terrible. That was my prediction. I thought that they may have a higher level of accuracy, but I was wondering if it was going to be like ideogram where the text is not always as accurate as it can be. So as you guys can see, the text does not look good in any way. Still early, I do have high hopes for this software. I think they are going to improve. The next prompt I created is futuristic chrome robot with signs saying subscribe to Marcy Noel. And of course, you guys know right now you can subscribe to my channel and support me. I greatly appreciate it. So let's go ahead and take a look at these images. This robot reminds me of the Robin Williams movie. I forgot the name of the movie, but yeah, it definitely looks like him. Now, as far as the image, I do like the gloss, the texture. I like the depth. As far as the improvement to the image quality, it's amazing. They did a great job with that. Now, the part that's supposed to say subscribe doesn't say that at all. My name is actually accurate, so I can actually fix that in Photoshop, take that out if I actually want to use this image. This one was pretty close, but for some reason on ideogram as well, they always miss the extra L. But because there is extra space here, I can actually easily fix that in Photoshop. Like I always say, AI gets you about 90% of the way there, and then you have to do a little bit of extra editing like in Photoshop, and you can get the image just the way that you want it. All right, another good one. I like the background, the styling, the shine. That looks good. I like the depth, the chrome. Once again, I can just fix that. And again, the name is messed up, just like I predicted. I thought it would be. But for the most part, we are having, I don't even know what kind of percentage I would say. I think it's similar to ideogram. Sometimes it's like 25%. 1 out of 4 will get most of the text accurate. For the most part, the image quality is really good. So uh, I'm okay with it. The only thing I would say that if you're not a person who knows how to edit, then this can get frustrating because if you're trying to create text with it, and you're going to get these kind of images that are not accurate, they might stop using the tool and try to find something that's easier to use. But I think that Bing is probably going to improve upon this. But for regular users, which are going to be majority of the population, they might have an issue with it. The next prompt says cute cat wearing t-shirt saying Marcy Noel. These turn out really good, but my name is always missing an L. At least this one got it most of the way right here, but on the actual shirt, let's take a closer look because it was kind of hard to see. It looks like it has the extra L, but it's kind of like in the wrong place. But it could also be like the tail of the E, which actually I think that's what that is. So yeah, it got the extra L here, but not on the t-shirt. This is really cute. Missing the L. The L is once again missing here. But as far as the image quality, everything looks really good. But since the text is pretty basic, I can actually fix this easy. But the main issue is if I wanted to create a mock-up like of the cat, but I wanted the text to look like it's embroidered the way that this one does, then I would actually need for the text to be accurate because that would take me more effort to try to edit and replicate the same effect. Okay, my next prompt is Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z holding signs saying I love Bulma. They're so cute. Let's take a look. The graphic looks great. I love the way that this turned out. I even see more of like the texture that looks like it's on the paper and you can kind of see Bulma in the background. I love this one as well because it has like the 3D effect. My next prompt says Hatsune Miku hanging out with Sailor Moon with signs saying princess treatment. And unfortunately, it did not turn out the way that I expected. We don't even have Hatsune Miku in the picture, but it turned out pretty cute. Um, they did give Sailor Moon teal hair, which is kind of like what Hatsune Miku. So, and unfortunately, the text is also inaccurate, but the sign is okay. I can actually fix that. But there does seem to be like an extra hand because we see like another hand here and then we see another hand there. So this one I would have to fix that. So I did also want to test a few of the image qualities, especially wanted to see if the text would show up on the packaging. And I think it did a pretty good job. The prompt is Barbie themed makeup collection, product photography, hyper realistic. Let's take a look. Now what I was trying to see is there would be a clear definition of, for example, the packaging of Barbie. I do kind of see that it's slightly blurred out. I would say at least the spacing is right, so I can go in and fix it if I wanted to. But overall, it does look pretty good. I mean, for the most part, I mean, the Barbie faces look insane, but if I wanted to fix that, I could. I can just take the the face from an actual Barbie and put it on there. But yeah, it's a little bit wonky in some places, but for the most part, the spacing is looking pretty good. The Barbie text looks great here. I mean, these images look terrible, but overall, the packaging, the structure, the alignment, and everything else looks really good. The texture on the eyeshadow palette looks really great. Yeah, the eyes of the Barbies do not look good. I do like the Barbie logo. It does resemble it here, but that would need to be fixed and adjusted. This would actually be a pretty cool shot of Barbie. I actually like this a lot. As you guys know, we are upon Q4. I know a lot of people are looking for AI tools to create social media content for themselves. So it can definitely create product photography, or if you're into makeup or you're an influencer in the makeup and beauty industry, creating graphics that, I mean, let me stop talking because this one looks so good. The texture is incredible. I love the texture of the eyeshadow. Now I would say these images are not very big. I think they're like what, 1024. So of course there isn't a high level of resolution. Even if I put it in Photoshop to try to upscale and fix it, I can do that. But I think if you're trying to go a bit larger on your designs, you're definitely going to need an upscaler, but for social media, it's perfectly fine. These look really good, especially like if you have a blog or just for like Instagram or Facebook or whatever. These images look really good. This is really cute. All right, so next up, I did want to discuss creating model mockups because I know a lot of people are using AI for print on demand. You do have to be careful with using mockups from AI websites. And it's not because the images are not out of this world. I mean, this looks so good. Gorgeous. My reason is that when you're promoting specific print on demand products, you want to make sure that your customers are satisfied with the product that they're receiving. And it's not always about the design on the actual t-shirt, but for example, some individuals look at the collars, they look at the seams, they look at the type of t-shirt they're purchasing. And if it's not matching, for example, the t-shirt that you're using, so for example, if a customer buys a t-shirt and you have a Gildan t-shirt that they're using on the print on demand website, and then the customer is expecting the type of t-shirt they see in one of these images, they might be disappointed, and that's going to decrease your post-purchase consumer satisfaction because maybe that individual purchased it because they like the style of collar, they like the way the cut and the fit was on the model, because sometimes people purchase a t-shirt based on the structure. I'll do a more in-depth video because I do have a lot of the t-shirts from a lot of the print on demand websites, and I'll show you guys the difference between a mock-up and then the real items. But the models look great. Now her arm is a bit small, it's a different length. Even though her arm is back a tiny bit, the depth of perception is not natural. So I would just fix that in Photoshop to try to make it more equal. Her shoulders are a bit too wide, but that's an easy fix. Reptar holding a sign saying DALL-E 3. Of course, this is not Reptar. It did give me a random lizard. I just wanted to see if it would be able to pull up characters from the database from the Bing search engine, but it did not. It just gave me a random lizard. So I wonder about the ability for it to actually categorize certain images from the Bing image search versus the image creator, because right now there seems to be an issue with that. Now this is from one of the images from my thumbnails, and these actually turned out pretty good. So I would say with this one, you know, a win is a win. It's like it did create the text accurate, but it did put the number on top. This one turned out perfect, which is why I used it for my thumbnail. And then this one got the text all wrong. But the image quality is great. I like the composition. I like the background. Nice and simple. I like that there's gloss. There's also a matte shine to the robot, which makes it look more realistic. This looks more like a rubberized gasket. So that is, the texture is on point. Okay, next we have Vegeta Hyper Realistic Photography. So this looks, these images are incredible. I love the shine, the texture. This is, yeah, I'm speechless. I'm extremely happy. Next up, I did want to test out some more of the image quality. I created a black and white kitten holding a puppy. I would say that the edges do need a bit more definition. A lot of the images that I've seen, there tends to be more of a blur, but overall it does look pretty good. Next one, it says photo of the ocean at night under the moonlight cinematic glow. Yeah, DALL-E 3 definitely wants to be a contender. This one reminds me of my childhood. I love this so much. This is gorgeous. This section right here is, I love this one because it's kind of difficult sometimes to create depth within the foam. And this one did it beautifully. I would actually go swimming at night. So for me, this is like a beautiful memory of my childhood. I love it. All right, let me not crown the internet. All right, the next prompt is Neon Cyberpunk Robot, Hyper-Realistic Photography, and I am excited to click on this one. Ooh, these look really good. The texture of this one with the depth going into the robot helmet and in the shine, I wish the resolution was higher. Definitely need to upscale these because I'm going to use these for thumbnails. These look really good. These are definitely similar to Midjourney. Yeah. I mean, this is impressive, you guys. DALL-E 3 is a game changer. Next one is macro photography of a dewdrop on a tulip petal. Wow. I mean, the light, the glow, translucency, even the tiny water droplets, and we can see the veins of the petals. Let's upscale this one to take a closer look. It's gorgeous. I just wish the resolution was higher. Yeah, but these are definitely worthy of an upscale. Next prompt is a 3D YouTube button with words surrounding it saying subscribe. The words are all wrong. Well, the word is correct right here, but all the other words are inaccurate. Yeah. Yeah, all the words are wrong, pretty much, except that one tiny section right here. But I will say the actual design is impressive. So I love the look of the YouTube logo, which would actually be great to use for thumbnails. I would actually have to just cut out the actual like image and then forget everything else. The next prompt is train a YouTube thumbnail saying DALL-E 3 is amazing. The text is completely inaccurate. Yeah. This one, okay, let me go back. I actually do like this design a lot. I do like the part that this got accurate right here. I can fix that in Photoshop. And it even included a cute little YouTube logo right there, which is, that's the part I was looking for. This is completely wrong. The eyes look a bit wonky, which reminds me of DALL-E 2. So yeah, so 1 out of 4 is okay. Next up, we have a t-shirt design of hot chocolate with cute snowman saying Merry Christmas. I actually just wanted the design, but it actually created the t-shirt mock-up. But it does say Merry Christmas on it. That's accurate, so that's an improvement. These designs actually look really good. It says Merry Chocolate, so that's not right. Merry Christmas, that looks good. I love this one. This looks really cute. Merry Christmas again is accurate. So it can make t-shirt designs, but not the way that most people who probably want to use print on demand need it. They actually want the design, not on an actual mock-up. And don't worry, I'll discuss the personal commercial use at the end of the video. The next prompt says hot chocolate with cute snowman saying Merry Christmas. This looks so cute. I mean, this is perfect for a blog. I love the way that it says Merry Christmas, and it does match the texture of the little texture of the papers. Merry Christmas, this is accurate. So it does seem to be that there is an improvement. Majority of the time, it is getting the text accurate. Next prompt is a sticker of a unicorn saying happy birthday. This looks really good. I like the outline. The text is cut off, and unfortunately, the birthday part would be messed up. This is a really nice design. I like the way that the Y is created. So that looks like a perfect one. This one is missing an extra letter. At least this one is okay. The text behind it, it's a nice touch, but it's clear that the text is also inaccurate, but it's a really nice image. All right, next up we have a holiday card of Christmas trees surrounded by presents saying Merry Christmas. And these are beautiful designs. I will say that DALL-E 3 is there is a huge improvement. I love the flat layouts, and the illustrations look really good. And this one says Merry Christmas. It's perfect. This is amazing for a card. Now let's do something a bit more fun for the last one. Let's put Sam Altman wearing a t-shirt saying DALL-E 3. DALL-E 3 is king. Let's see what happens. All right, so now I created this image. It doesn't look anything like him, but it did spell the name accurately. Yeah, sorry to this man. We don't know who you are. But the text overall is okay. So I guess for these images, I can use Insight Face Swap and then switch out the face and fix it. But yeah, it's okay. And now to show you guys the terms of use, I'll put this link in the description. If we scroll down to section 7, as you guys can see right here, it says you may use creations outside of the online services for any legal, personal, non-commercial purpose. So unfortunately, right now, these images cannot be used for like print on demand or to sell. They are only for personal use, but at least you can prepare to see how you can use it with your products. All right, guys, so this is just a quick overview to show you guys how DALL-E 3 can be used. And then, of course, I'll be doing a few more reviews in the upcoming days. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.